It's time now for the PHL Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, August 23rd, 2015. Good morning to you all. This lovely Sunday morning, August 23rd, 2015 here. Here now, your news and dear Tucks are here at 8 a.m. in the Sunday morning here. As authorities were investigating on Sunday whether the heavily armed gunman thwarted the midst of an apparent terror attack on the Amsterdam Paris train was acting alone or whether a wider framework was involved. Nearly 4 years after protesters stormed the UK embassy in Iran, triggering a drastic breakdown of relations, Britain is restoring its diplomatic presence in Tehran. Vice President Biden met privately with Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren on Saturday to sound out for support of a possible Democratic White House bid, CNN reported. The first victims have been named after a vintage jet crashed into the traffic wall performance during a short air show, killing 7 people. Giant panda fans gave 2 tiny pieces of good news Saturday at the Smithsonian Natural Zoo in Washington announced the birth of a pair of new baby panda cubs. In Seoul, South Korea, North Korea has deployed twice as many trailer pieces along with the border of South Korea on Sunday, and most of the submarines had for a second day of talks to try to break. Children migrants looked from a window on board a train departed towards Serbia, the railway station in the suburb Macedonian town of Jeveli, as thousands of migrants head close to Europe from Macedonia. In Berlin, 2 planes collided in an air show in northern Switzerland on Sunday, and one of the planes crashed in the impact, a fire department spokesman said. A British hostage has been released from Yemen after being rescued by United Arab Emirates. Force has fallen a military intelligence operation, the UK foreign officer said. A weekend explosion at a factory in eastern China has killed 1 person and added fears of unsafe conditions at the chemicals factory only 10 days after a series of blasts killed 121 people in Tianjin. In Charlotte, North Carolina, one of the jurors heard evidence of the trial of the white North Carolina police officer says that he charged his colleagues to determine whether an unarmed black man did the lead to defended to fatally shoot him. Jared Vogel, the man from Minneapolis, is supposed to be entering a former place sometimes in the future to kind of travel and engage in illicit sexual content of minors and the distribution and receipt of child pornography. Protesters advocated and defended a Planned Parenthood because of its abortion services waved signs outside of its Annapolis office on West Street in Maryland on Saturday. Just hours after Julie Mott's family mourned the loss at her funeral, grief struck once again when the young woman's body disappeared. And Madrid, markets will be watching for China's next moves that says a slowdown into the world's second largest economy stack of raising expectation that will act as stock growth. In New York, steep sell-off that pushed down the benchmark Standard Poor's 500 index 5% over the 3 days may say more about the outlook for emerging markets that U.S. companies into the fourth quarter. Fund managers and analysts said. That's not surprised. The valuations of the Chinese yuan, also known as the renminbi by the country's central bank, is viewed by many observers as an effort to reverse the recent slump in the exports of been accumulating signs of an economic slowdown. In Tokyo, Toyota Motor Corporation have been to reduce its risk of potentially lethal airbag inflators supplied to Takata Corporation is buying 13 million airbag inflators from Takata Ravel. John Cena long ago turned never give up from his wrestling catch range when a model for 6 children who had to fight daily more than the WWE superstar has ever has inside the ring. The Ice Cube neutrino observatory is located near the South Pole. The facility is home to the roughly dozen shots which plunge below the surface of the ice as far as 8,000 feet. NASA scientists have now taken out themselves to develop 8 microsatellites that will be used to probe cyclones and typhoons. On Thursday, Wildlife Organization spoke to the singular voice, stated that we should bring back the monarch butterflies with a breakaway extension. The corpse fire found in the Denver Botanical Gardens. Apparently began to bloom last Tuesday, August 18th, for which was an extremely rare plant that blew us to stick over not the sweet full of variety, but more compared to rotten flesh. Variety DCI is often sometimes referred to as St. Jew cancer that is confined milk ducts to the breast. Researchers are still not sure if greater incidence treatment is helping to save lives. As it balances the demands of mission, love, and family were. Off Paul's mouth, a never-ending fun design seems designed to wrench up in a parental pain that can convince whatever you're doing, you're probably ruining your life. A new U.S. government-funded study suggested a doctor plays an important role in terms of weight loss program or regimes efficiency for obese patients. Dementia not the end of with memory, says academic brain scan. As Change in life expectancy, improvements in healthcare and lifestyle may occur dementia. Date out of date, send a report. Okay, take a look at New England alerts here. Malta, Massachusetts, early morning accident. Three swines sprayed. Three swines problem. Avenue with Malta, Massachusetts, vehicle versus a building. Requested a building inspector to gas company as soon as possible. Is operating front up on 11th Street on foot. Peter Child News Time, 8:06 here. It's time after a sports report. The Boston Red Sox lose to the Kansas City Royals 6-3. Red Sox Royals got it again at 1:10 p.m. to the New England Patriots for a company on victory over the New Orleans Saints. Down to New Orleans 26-24 here. Ryan applauded from his suite as Spears was mobbed by his teammate Nirvana after finishing 11th no-hitter in Astros history. A 17-year appointed Red Sox who had climbed every rung of the baseball operations ladder. Charrington never lost his considerable, never lost sight of the principles and never relaxed his discipline. A 26-yard touchdown pass by Trevor Seaman and Corbin Oaks with a minute and 44 seconds remaining was the difference to the 14-10 win Saturday night for the Denver Broncos over the Houston Texans. Tiger wins at a tie for the second and win championship, and on Sunday he looked to his first PGA Tour victory in more than 2 years. Peter Cello News Time is now 8:06. Time out for a travel report here, and looking at the map here, and Brackenridge get an accident here, so expected few delays around 195 at Fall River here. Massback westbound get an accident around Route 9 and Framingham, so expect a few delays here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, a little slow around the Acton stretch here, but otherwise, a smooth sailing commute on highways, byways, New England in the Sunday morning here, and the main turnpike on northbound side. A little slow after the gray interchange here. Okay, look at MBTA alerts here.
Subway system, it's looking good. Commuter rail looking good, and the ferries are looking good here. Peter Cello News Time, 8:08, time now for weather report here and the latest on Tropical Storm Danny here.
At zero location 50.7 in the north, 56.7 in the west. Backward stay, winds 50 miles per hour. Movement west at 15 miles an hour here. And the latest radar situation here, it shows some spotty rain showers here, east of the Quabbin Reservoir, and also some spotty rain showers off Situate, and some spotty rain showers off Cape and off Gloucester, and the spotty rain showers off the New Hampshire coast, and a lot of rain showers up the Severn Maine coastline and stretching through Rockland, Maine, up into Belfast. Some spotty rain showers east of Bangor, Maine, and north east of Ellsworth, and around east of Acadia Park here. And a few spotty rain showers southeast of the Nantucket coast here. Okay, let us take a look at this. A 7-day forecast goes like this here. For today, sky showers available before 5 p.m. Areas of fog before 1 p.m. Cloud skies have about 76 degrees in the northeast with about 5 to 7 miles by anticipation 30%. New Prince provides less than 10 inches possible. Tonight, isolated showers after before 11 p.m. Areas of fog before 7 after 7 p.m. Otherwise, cloud skies at low at 66 degrees and light off wind anticipation 20%. Monday, slight chance showers after 9 a.m. Patch fog before 10 a.m. Most cloud skies low at around 80 degrees. It's calm wind becoming south 50 east around 5 miles by the afternoon anticipation 20%. Monday night, chance showers maybe before 8 p.m. Most clouds got low at 66 degrees. Anticipation is 30% wind. It's not one about 5 to 7 miles coming after midnight here. Tuesday, chance showers and thunderstorms after 9 a.m. Hot sun skies about 82 degrees. It's not one about 3 to 7 miles by anticipation is 40%. Tuesday, chance showers and thunderstorms maybe before 2 a.m. Most clouds got low at 63 degrees. Anticipation 30%. Wednesday, most sunny podcast got about 82 about 64 degrees. Thursday, most sunny podcast got about 81 about 39 degrees. Friday, Sunday, the most good skies have an 81 to about 38 degrees. And from Saturday, most sun skies have an 83 degrees here. Not temperature at 8, 10, 78 degrees overcast skies, humidity 9%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Chell morning news here. Sunday morning news on the Sunday morning, August 23rd, 2015. Here's you have a good morning and good night. I'll see you for afternoon report here